So here's a video of this hurricane. I've had this bike 2 years now. I put new Michelin Pilot tires on it. I only look at 2 brands of tires. They both start with M. Michelin and Metzler's. And maybe Bridgestone. But I do not like Dunlop tires. I got my old faded Chase Harper tank bag. I use the straps that came with it, but I sewed up this fur, and it also, the fur covers the buckles. And then on the front I've got black tape on the gas tank to stop any rash from the buckles. And I also have fur on the bottom of the tank bag. Once in a while I look and I pick off any things that might scratch the tank. So it's been a pretty good bike. It actually feels like brand new. It does have some carburetor issues. When you really hammer on it, it runs funny, like above $6,000 when you're really hammering on it. But I mostly just putt around on this because I have no tolerance for the police anymore. I don't want to give these rats any excuse to steal from me. So I only put about 1,000 miles on this. I use it to run errands. I really try to drive as little as possible because gas is so expensive. So a few observations. If you're an old guy, you're familiar with the 80s. 87, this was kind of a least expensive alternative to the Interceptor. They tried to make it as cost efficient as possible to get people into a high performance bike. And the second generation Interceptor was very expensive to build. I think the first generation Interceptor was too. So this was Honda's plan to try to cut costs and cut corners a little bit. It has a painted swing arm and frame. There's some rough specks here and there. Really not any flaking or anything of the frame. The bodywork looks to have been painted 2 separate runs. The fairing and the gas tank are like almost an industrial orange color, and the back panels and the upper fairing innards are a brighter orange, and so are the wheels. So the lower fairing in the gas tank is kind of like faded into an industrial orange. There's also some bubbling in the stickers, and the paint does seem pretty easy to scratch for a Honda. They also have a pretty lousy tab system for the fairings. This back tab breaks off very easily. When you remove your back panel, you want to remove it from the back first. Pull this back tab loose first. I painted the inner part of the disc brake black. That's holding up pretty well. It has a painted header, no stainless steel, and that's holding up pretty well. It has an unpainted motor, which is a big plus in my book. So really, aside from the painted swing arm and the bad tab system, also the tabs on here are easy to break.